Justin Glover here with Richmond Athletics with sophomore guard Molly Mraz. Molly, thanks for joining us.
Thanks so much for having me, Justin.
Where were you when you heard the news about the sports being canceled?
Yeah, I was at home when I heard the news. I was sitting on my couch with my family. We were on spring break, and I first heard about the Ivy League tournament being canceled, and I was shocked. And then from there, a few days later, it all just snowballed, and I feel like all sports got canceled from there. So I just feel really bad for the teams who had their seasons cut short.
Did you have any friends, or what kind of conversations did you have with your teammates about everything that was going on in the recent week?
We were texting, and I signed a little petition for the Ivy League basketball tournament. So hopefully it could, get postponed or whatnot. But we were just texting a lot, and we were so surprised. And yeah, it's been a lot of just, virtual contact with people. So I really miss that in-person contact. But it's been good to be able to stay in contact with them that same week. And then from there, we've been Zooming every week with the coaches too, and just FaceTiming with just my friends on the team and Zooming with everyone. So it's been really great.
How is the remote learning going, and where are you currently in isolation?
So I'm currently at home in Erie, Pennsylvania, and so far the remote learning is going pretty well. I feel like I have a lot of work to do. So I've just been trying to keep busy. So it is good that I have a lot of work because as I'm sure a lot of people that don't have a lot of work to do, they're probably really bored right now or, trying to find ways to keep themselves busy. But remote learning is going well. I have found that the key to remote learning is just keeping a schedule and checking things off as you go. So every Sunday, I sit down and I make my schedule for the week for everything I have to get done, from classes, who to contact through SAC and whatnot. So it's going well, but I definitely don't have a lot of time in my day.
Talk about staying in shape and kind of what your summer plans are going to be. I know this is kind of a big off season for the team.
Yeah, well, coming off of an injury from last season, I've been really focusing on getting back into tip-top shape. So I've been doing all of the conditioning and the strength workouts that our strength coach Beecher has sent us. Sarah, our trainer, also sent me some strengthening workouts to strengthen up my knee and whatnot. So I've been running, and I've been lifting, and I've been shooting. I'm really fortunate to have a hoop in my driveway. So I've been shooting and doing all that. I've also been going on walks with my family, which has been nice. And also Presque Isle State Park is about 10 minutes from me. So it's nice to get some fresh air there. It's beautiful.
Cool.
And overall, it's just been really nice to run and shoot and lift without wearing a bulky brace. So I think that's what I'm most fortunate about. We're supposed to go back mid-June. So fingers crossed that that's still going to happen. I haven't heard otherwise now, but of course I want to go back and be with my friends, but I really just want this pandemic to simmer down and everyone, be safe, healthy. So I'm just hoping for all the best for this whole country and for the world.
Let's talk about the process of you becoming the new SAC president and kind of take us through the whole ordeal of being named the new president during this time.
Yeah, I'm really, really excited and honored to be the SAC president. So the process kind of started last year. The prior secretary for SAC had dropped out, so the last year's SAC e-board needed a secretary. So they had probably been discussing a few people, and then Abby Lyons, who was the former SAC president, had contacted me and was like, "Hey Molly, like, would you want to take this position up in SAC? We think you'd be great for it." And I was like, "Yeah, I would love to." So this whole past year, I was the secretary, so I would be sending emails out to SAC and whatnot. And then when it came time to start talking about elections, e-board, we had 5 seniors, I believe, on the exec board. So we started talking about people who would be filling our seniors positions. And so I started talking to Abby, and I was like, "Hey, like, what do you think?" Could I get some advice? And she was like, oh my goodness, like, I think you'd be great for this position, whatnot. So usually we have in-person elections with SAC. So because of COVID-19, we were unable to do that, obviously. So it was a little different than it had been in the past. But as secretary, I just had everyone contact me who would want to be on the SAC exec board. And Lauren, Winklin, Abby, and I, we all were able to, excuse me, make new rules that we thought were necessary with SAC. So I became president, and then we have, I believe, a exec board this year of 11 people. So I'm really excited about that, and I'm really excited to see where this new board can take SAC.
Yeah. So speaking of not being on campus, what do you miss most about, not being with your teammates and not being at Richmond?
Yeah, I miss a lot. I miss a lot for sure. I would say I miss my teammates the most for sure. We've been staying in contact through texting, Snapchatting, FaceTiming. And we've also been doing those weekly Zooms that I talked about with the coaches. And we also have our own on, which is always something to look forward to. So other than my teammates and friends that I miss, I would definitely say that I miss the facilities. Not being able to just walk a few minutes to go shoot at a gym. I do have my hoop in my driveway, but it's not the same as having the rebounding machine at the Robins Stadium. So I miss that a lot. I also miss the structure to the workouts. I've been implementing my own, we do conditioning and we do lifts, but I've been trying to have some fun with it, find some new workouts that I like. I would say another thing I definitely miss is just Virginia in general. Up here in Erie, it's been kind of cold. It was actually snowing yesterday. So I miss the warmth there. And I miss all the restaurants too. Some of my favorites like Baker's Crust, Jack Brown's, Jason's Deli. So, I'm just excited to get back down there as soon as I can.
And then finally, what does it mean to be a UR student athlete?
That is a packed question. I would say that, first of all, I'm blessed to be able to say that I'm a Spider, that I'm a UR student athlete. For me, being a UR student athlete, it's definitely had its ups and downs on both sides of it. As student athletes at the University of Richmond, you work really hard on and off the court, track, field, whatever your sport may be, and in the classroom. So I think that that's a huge part to being a student athlete at UR is it's being, UR being such a prestigious school. There's been many nights where I'll go from class, lab, practice, have to eat some time in there, and then I'll be up late trying to get all my work done. So it's definitely a balance, and I've learned to time manage really well. But overall, I would say that I'm super grateful for the opportunity to be a UR student athlete. And it's really just about finding things you're passionate about and finding ways to fit them all into your schedule. So for me, basketball, school, SAC, those are all things that I'm very passionate about that I'm willing to, divide myself up into and just do my best from there. And, I'm hoping for a really great year next year.
Well, thanks for joining us, Molly.
Thank you so much for having me.